Hello, good day everyone. I'm Mr. Rosendo Pisalva. I am one member of Group 2 who reporting about an animal healthcare management about etiology of diseases and transmission of infectious diseases. So, in animal health, legislation form animal welfare refers to the relationship people have with animals and the duty they have assure that the animals under their care are treated humanly and responsibly. Also being defined on the principles that an animal health in an enclosure shows no signs of prolonged negative emotional states. In other words, it may refer to animals' physical and social environment which allows its freedom to totally express its full behavioral record to your and maintain its homeostasis. So, ang pagpasabot ini nga kanang pagkuha na to sa atong mga mananap, nga sama po na to kontrato sa atong mga kaparehong mga tao. Kay nagbuhit na nila nga nanginanan po ta sa ilang sa income mga umabot ng mga. So, in etiology of diseases, disease is a change in the body or its organs that prevents or impairs normal bodily function. So, sakit is nga nasa atong mga hayop nga makita na to nga mautro ang dagan sa ijang panglawas nga figura nga makita na to ang usa ka mananap nga naay sakit. So, muna sila such as abnormalities are frequently identified by perceptible changes in bodily pressure. So, muna sila makita na nato sa usa ka mananap o sa atong buhi nga mga kuan nga naa sa sakit tungod sa ijang sa ijang lawas. So, ang etiology isa rin sa study of diseases kung is known muna siya ang etiology. Nag-study sila bahin sa mga sakit sa mananap. A disease frequently has two or more causes. Duha ka buok ang hinungdan sa disease mao na ni ang indirect o ang direct. So ang indirect or predisposing variables that may reduce an animal's resistance. So muna siya ang perceptible to na sa variables sa usa ka tawo o sa usa ka mananap na masakit siya. Then direct or deciding factors that results in the disease itself. Kanang masakit siya nga direct magikan sa mga factors na ang resulta siya nga sa tungod na po sa ijang sa environment na nga makasakit siya.
Where this was in context, three factors are widely used to describe disease disposition. Stress causes include cold temperature, like anang bagyo, inadequate ventilation, kanang hinayang system sa hangin o crowding kanang dagang tao, a lack of room for feeding and motoring, excessive medicine, and etc. Stress should be particularly watched out for during treatment and training.
In addition, the explanation of predisposing causes, ang usa ka rason, aday daghang rason nga maka-cause of stress sa mga animals. First is the crowding. You know the crowding? Crowding is kanang bitang nagkaguot na gamay ng space pero daghan kayo mga animals man ay maka-cause of stress. Second is lack of room for feeding and watering kanang. Gamay ra kanang space sa kanang tuwaanan o kanang kanang tubig. Manang usay kanang guot na kadyo din magbangga na sila. Manang ma-stress na pud sila kabalik na yung mga anakan nga baboy. Sa guot na kadyo manang ma-stress ang baboy na sakit.
Actual causes of disease. There are followings that are the direct causes of disease, such as bacteria, viruses, parasite, fungi, nutritional deficiency, chemical poison, and identified causes. So these are the causes of diseases in animals. So kaning akong ipambasa mo ni sila mga cause, mga diseases na maka-cause sa mga animals.
Transmission of infection diseases, direct contact, aerosol inhalation, ingestion, indirect transfer by termites, such as equipment, footwear, or vehicles, or vector transmission are the 5 basic ways that animal diseases can be disseminated. One of the primary ways that sickness is spread between animals is through direct contact. Usa sa mga ways nga mo spread ang diseases, mo spread ang diseases sa animals tungod na sa direct contact.
What is infection? An infection occurs when germs enter a person's body and multiply, causing illness, organ, and tissue damage or diseases. The biggest danger to the health of animals is infectious diseases. They are brought on by fungus, rickettsia, viruses, and bacteria. An infectious disease can be defined as an illness due to a pathogen or its toxic product which arises through transmission from an infected animal or a contaminated person or a contaminated inanimate object to a susceptible host.
What is infection? Infection is an occurs when germs enter the body, increase the number, and cause a reaction of the body. Infection are caused by germs that enter the body, multiply, and cause harm or illness. The main types of germs that can cause infection are bacteria and virus.
Infection diseases are disorders caused by organisms such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi or parasites. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms while viruses are tiny infectious agents that replicate only in the living cells. And fungi or parasites are organisms characterized by cell walls made from a substance called chitin. These diseases often can be prevented through vaccines.
So, ang atya of infection, implement ni si Jag art nga panggubag sa myocarditis o kuan ni taas sa pressure sa dugo o blind condition sama sa sakit sa baga o sobra ka aktibo ang isang Troy ang jet arterial fibrillation mo ni sagaran sa abnormal isang heart business sa area meeting niya mo na hinungdan sa isang heartbeat kay abnormal kay yun ni si Jaon ka ng buwan kurog isang heart ilimay mo yung hindi ni so may tabora din yung kanang heartbeat dili regular na.
Transmission of infectious agents. An infectious agent may be transmitted from its natural reservoir to a susceptible host in different ways. There are different classifications for mode of transmission. Here are the classifications. The direct classification and indirect classification. Under of direct classification are direct contact and droplet spread. And in indirect classification, the airborne, vehicle-borne, and vector-borne or mechanical or biological. Direct transmission, an infectious agent is transferred from a reservoir to a susceptible host by direct contractor droplet spread.
Direct contact occurs through skin-to-skin contact, kissing, and as in sexual intercourse. Direct contact also refers to a contact with soil or vegetation harboring infectious organisms, thus infectious mononucleosis, kissing disease, and gonorrhea are spread from person to person by direct contact. Hookworm is spread by direct contact with contaminated soil. Bali sa direct contact, ma-transfer nimo ang disease or infection sa skin to skin. Kanang na magsikit ang duha ka baboy, badi man lalaki, or sexual intercourse, or even kissing.
Directed spray refers to spray with relatively large, short-range aerosols produced by sneezing, cooing, or even cooking. Droplet spray is classified as direct because transmission is by direct spray over a few feet before the droplets fall to the ground. So, tintahay, example, og nay usa ka tawo moadto sa farm, diya ka tawuha masakiton, na ay possibilities nga ang mga animals ija matakdan. Unya, if katong animals nga natakdan sa tawo, muduol na pod sa laing animals, maunay nakaingon nga naay droplet spray. So, kaning pertussis of meningococcal, mo na sila ang mga disease nga makaspread sa mga animals.
Indirect transmission. Indirect transmission refers to the transfer of an infectious agent from a reservoir to a host of suspended air particles, inanimate objects such as vehicles or animate intermediaries or vectors. Kining indirect transmission is not human to human transmission jud siya, kanang nay makuha nila tong mga disease through kanang bitaw nay example na ni sir is kanang flies or the mosquitoes, no, kay once nga ang kaning mosquito or kaning fly or langaw nga mo ato ni siya sa usa ka agent nga nagsakit, din mo ato ni siya sa usa ka sa host nga matakdan ang host o kuha niya kanang nagsakit, kinaagi sa ato nga contact sa flies. That's all.
Airborne transmission occurs when infectious agents are carried by dust or droplets nuclei suspended in air. Airborne dust included material that has settled on the surfaces and become suspended by air currents as well as infectious particles blown from the soil by the wind. Droplet nuclei are dried residue of less than 5 microns in size. In contrast, the droplets that fall to the ground within a few feet, droplets nuclei may remain suspended in the air for long periods of time and may be blown over great distances. Measles, for example, has occurred in a children who came into a physician's office after a child with measles had left because of the measles virus remained suspended in the air.
So, ang airborne transmission mao ni ang usa ka rason nga makatranslate ato sa mga animals. For example, nayo sa kabutangan na ay posibilidad na ang virus tungod sa hangin kini nga ang virus mobalin ug diyan ay possible nga mutakod or mabilit mo ang mga animals magkasakit.
Vehicles that may indirectly transmit an infectious agent include food, water, biologic products, and fomites. A vehicle may possibly carry a pathogen, as food or water may carry hepatitis, a virus. Alternatively, the vehicle may provide an environment in which the agent grows, multiply, or produce toxins as improperly canned foods provide an environment that supports production of botulinum toxin by Clostridium botulinum.
So, dire, sa inyong farmers na mag-deliver o food, ang truck, kailangan i-ari o disinfect. Kaya ang pwede mo kung sila magdaog sakit sa atong animals, like hepatitis. Pwede mo sila makakuan sa atong animals, pwede i-ari o disinfect ang mga sakit.
Vectors such as mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks may carry an infectious agent through purely mechanical means or may support growth or changes in the agent. Examples of mechanical transmission are flies carrying Shigella on their appendages and fleas carrying Yersinia pestis, the causative agent of plague, in their gut. In contrast, in biologic transmission, the causative agent of malaria or Guinea worm disease undergoes maturation in an intermediate host before it can be transmitted to humans. So, ang example sa mga mechanical transmissions mao to ang flies. Ang flies kay maka-carry siya og ang Shigella mao ni ang sa Shigella or bacteria. Barig hapon siya sa fleas. Ang fleas kay maka bacteria hapon siya nga pero gitawag siya og Yersinia pestis.
Sa immunologic transmission, ang example ni parang sa mga pambitaw mga degree, sa ka ng mga sa technician sa mga sa baboy o sa mga livestock, kanang magamit sila og usa ka gamit or example kanang syringes nga mo-inject sila og usa ka mananap nga naisakit unsa inigato nila sa line farm mo inject ko sila dito ang dili nila pagsilihan ang ilang syringe mo na maka-cause sila og biologic transmission. Then another one is causative agent of malaria magikan sa lamok nga or guinea worm diseases mo undergo sila og maturations ngadto sa intermediate host usa pa ni mo ngadto sa ma-transmit ngadto sa humans.
Normal protective mechanism of animal body. Physical barriers in the immune system defend an animal's body against organisms that can cause disease. Physical barriers include outer coverings such as skin, fur, feathers, and scales. Barrier permeability varies among species and can potentially impact the competitive balance within animal communities by differentially affecting few occurring species. Helps to prevent the animal's health to be affected by any disease that may lead to the animal to have illness or either die. A normal protective mechanism is which a thing that can help the animal in a natural way of animal physical appearance, such as there's cover in the body, like the skin that can aid a defense, camouflage, locomotion, sensory perception. Fur, keeping the animal warm by trapping heat. Feathers, helps to regulate their body temperature. Scales, provide protection from the environment and from predators. Mucous membrane, particulate matter and pathogens, disease-causing organisms become trapped in secreted mucus, preventing their entry into deeper tissues. Tears, provide medical assistance, humane education, rescue, rehabilitation, and rehoming. Airwax, it collects dirt, debris, dead cells, and microbes and pollen. Also, normal flow of urine washes out microorganisms that have entered the urinary tract. A mucous membrane, pure feeder, airwax skin are called physical barriers that can help animals to be protected against any microorganism that will attach on the animal's body. However, to have a healthy and natural growth of the animal, they must encounter a clean environment and also a proper care management. The immune system relies on white blood cells and antibodies to identify and eliminate organisms that manage to pass through the physical barriers. A white blood cells and immune system are the key players in having a proper health of animals. It is which they are made in your bone marrow and are part also of the lymphatic system. White blood cells move through blood tissue throughout the animal body. It is also both helpful to fight infection and other disease. White blood cells, called also leukocytes, contain enzymes in the animal body which help to be more adaptive and responsive.